So does someone want to give me a reminder about when we had the sticky notes up on the board and all those questions and we saw the video, what were we talking about yesterday? Somebody give me a reminder. Foster? Do you want me to come back to you or you got it? Maybe somebody else will trick your memory. Yeah, Brian? Yep, what were the Burlington High School students doing? Thomas?
Showing courage.
They were showing courage how? Anna?
Well, they did protest.
Against what? Yeah.
They did it because, well, against the adults because they said that they're not like, as smart as the other students because they're from somewhere else, not here.
Mm-hmm.
So they got like mad because of the screaming and stuff.
Yeah, refugee and immigrant students were told in an article, an article claimed that they were not as smart as the other students at Burlington High School because they didn't come from the U.S. and they didn't have a lot of schooling in the U.S. And these students got mad, and so they protested, and they showed a lot of courage, and we saw that video about them, right? So today's conversation is going to continue that, and it's going to talk about you and your courage. Because yesterday when you wrote up all your answers to those questions on the board, like what is courage, who demonstrates it, what is struggle, you were being really brave too, like Corey mentioned yesterday. You were being really brave too. So today's going to be like a multi-step process through some history of other people who were courageous, and also through your own journeys and what you hope to see in the world. So the first thing we're going to do is a little bit of reading and a song that you're going to listen to. You don't have to sing. So does anybody want to hand out this paper for me? A Kubi thing. And Claudette, do you want to hand out to the other half of the classroom? I'm going to keep one copy if I just grab one. Thank you. Sorry. Yeah. You don't need to hold up. Awesome. Becca? Yes, please. Caleb? No thanks, I got that one. I just want to make sure it's the right one. And so Pete Seeger copied the song, and as yeah, you can help. As we listen to it, I want you to be taking notes. And they're asking which side are you on, but what are the two sides? That's what I want to know. What are the two sides?
Wait, you should just write down what.
Yeah, you can write it right on the paper. And can everyone focus? I know it's really exciting that people are moving stuff around. So there's one word that you're going to need to know for this song to make sense. And
Bring it back a little bit. Right there.
okay, we're good. Thanks.
Okay, no.
We all can't focus on a couple things at once, huh? Okay.
You take notes.
Let's refocus now. So there's a word that you need to know in order for the song to make sense, and that word is a scab. Now, what does a scab mean on our bodies? What does a scab mean on our bodies?
I have a scab.
What does a scab mean on our bodies, Chris?
A scab is like a injury that is healing, and then if you peel it, it comes off.
Yeah, is it nice looking?
No.
No.
Then you get a scar.
And then you get a scar. Yeah, Kaltuma?
A scab is nature's band-aid.
It is nature's Band-Aid. And that word Band-Aid is really important. So a scab in terms of unions. So when people are on strike, are they at their jobs?
No.
No. So sometimes owners will bring in these people, and when you're... Huh? These people, and they'll bring in people to work who aren't unionized. So these people are non-unionized workers. people are on strike? So the bosses can still make their money, right? The workers aren't making money, but the bosses can still make their money. And do you think that if you're a worker and you're on strike, you're gonna like scabs? What do you think? I know this is it's a little bit of it's a lot of vocabulary. No, because these people are coming in and they're working while you're trying to make a point, right? So let's say you all decide, you all working, or your parents work at a job, right? And your parents are unionized and they decide to go on strike because they want health care for their families, or they want higher pay or fewer hours. And then while they're outside protesting, all these other people are brought in to do their jobs for them. What do you think your parents are going to feel? Angry. Caleb?
Not very happy.
Not very happy. Brian?
Frustrated.
Frustrated. Good. Okay. So it's important to know that.
Dad.
And then, so we're going to listen to the song. And as we listen, I want you to tell me, what are the two sides?
Bud Light.
So what are the two sides? Everybody take a minute to write down what they think the two sides were that the songs. The hip-hop version that Rebel Diaz did in 2008 is really cool, but we're not going to listen to it right now. You should all check it out though. But there's a lot of stuff in it. He talks about a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. That would be a long conversation that we do want to have. Kaltuna?
He's like, are you, he's like, are you, he said, will you be allowed to stab, or will you be mad? He's saying, are you just gonna, what I think he's saying is, are you just gonna stand up, are you just gonna, do everything they say? What? Is this gonna matter? Yeah. He's saying, are you gonna do anything they say? Are you gonna do everything they say, or are you gonna stand up to them and get your livable wages and what you need, or are you just gonna be are you just gonna not do anything and let them push you around? I think that's what he's saying on that part.
Cool. So did everyone get a chance? Thank you, Kaltuna. That was a wonderful presentation. Did everyone get a chance to write down their thoughts on the song, or do you need a couple more minutes?
I didn't think of anything.
Okay,
It's
so I'm
so
going to give everyone a
confusing.
second to jot down any notes that you want to take or any thoughts that you have.
Great, now that song is in my head.
Good, that's a good song to have in your head. So turn to the person next to you and tell them what you have written down, or what you have in your head, or what you have, whatever you have.
I think the
Gab. The scab part? Here you go. Oh, about to sign up. Yeah, she said I read all 50 books over the summer, so I got a kid's shirt.
Alright, so, okay, thank you.
They're actually growing.
So what do you think? What do you think? So they're talking about...
It's either that or your shirt.
Can I get a refocus? What were the two sides? What were the two sides? Somebody who hasn't spoken.
Let me think.
What did you talk about? Abby, what did you think the two sides were?
listen to whatever they say, do whatever they say,
bosses?
So the people who stand up to what the workers say? Oh, the owners, right? People who stand up to what the owners say. Yeah, Becca?
I just said, I thought it was better having livable wage and party.
That's part of it, right? For sure. And so if you go home and you listen, or you know, after class or whatever, you listen to the Rebel Diaz version, they made theirs. They're a group of international hip hop and rap artists who come from like Latin America and Africa and America. They're really cool. They talk about, these artists talk about like how there's sides to be on today in our world too, right? And I want to talk about some of those coming up. But first, I'm going to hand out, I wrote you all a letter last night.
Yay!
It's one letter that I wrote to the whole class, but you all get an individual copy. So, we're going to think about this song. We're going to think about yesterday's conversation. No. Oh. So if everyone can do me a favor and just kind of like read this silently, and then we'll come back together and read it as a class as well.
It's not that long.
Wait, Miss A, is it double-sided or not?
You'll find out, sweetie.
This
Is that what they do? This is,
Yeah, you're welcome.
we'll just go.
get to
How much left then will I?
What happened those 10 minutes?
Hey, Caleb, I need you at your seat so I can get this to you, bud.
What's that?
10% battery just went on and save it.
That's not what we're talking about right now.
Are you still gonna stay here though?